All right, so now we are at the sixth stage of creating an amazing brand um, that sells. And we're now going to look at our catalog. Now, this is very similar to the function of a line sheet, except a catalog is a lot more, it's a far more detailed showcase of your products, their benefits, and the essence of your brand. It is important that your catalog, even though it is a far more extensive marketing tool, that it still is aligned to your overall brand. And the reason for this is that anyone who is going to be utilizing your catalog or reviewing your catalog clearly already has some interest. If they're going to spend the time to click open that PDF or to put in their email address because they're interested in your catalog, this is likely someone who is very, very warm or very, very open to the products that you're interested they're very open to the products that you are selling rather. And what you don't want to do is to have a disconnect from your brand to your catalog, because that is the easiest way to lose that interest. If your catalog all of a sudden looks like a totally different brand, then that's going to be problematic. So it is very important that you invest the time and effort into organizing and ensuring that your catalog is very visually appealing and well aligned to your brand's image. And this ultimately will help to not only nurture the interest that the reader has, but it will also quickly build trust, and this will help to ultimately lead to greater sales. So, of course, we have provided a template for a catalog, so you don't have to start from scratch. So if you go ahead and click on that, you can find a totally customizable catalog, and it has all the kind of key areas or pages that you would expect in a typical bath and beauty brand catalog. As I mentioned, unlike the line sheet, which tends to be one sheet, sometimes two, where it is just a quick showcase of the products that you're offering, what your catalog allows you to do is to share a little bit more information about your brand, share a little bit more information about you. If you're very central as an individual to your brand, it's very important that you showcase that as well. And then, of course, providing more information, for example, on how they may order, more contact information, and then, of course, as much information as you can about your products. This is a good interim tool to our website. So if you've not yet set up a website but you're engaging in potential sales or marketing discussions either with consumers, so let us say, for example, you're just starting out and you want to set up a at a craft market or a vendor event. This is a very, very good way to show the range of products that you could have by providing a copy of your catalog to persons that might be interested. Or family and friends, if you want to share the products that you have available, you can easily share a PDF with potential buyers. If you're using it as a gift guide, you can easily just, change the look and feel. If you're looking at Valentine's Day or Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, you can easily adjust this and, spruce it up so that it is aligned with the season. So it's a very, very useful catalog. It's a lot useful tool. It's a lot easier to get up and running compared to a website. If you're looking at wholesale buyers, so you want to sell to stores or spas or boutiques, hotels, they oftentimes will ask for what your offerings are, and they're more likely to go through a catalog versus a website. So always having some detailed representation of your offering is gonna be so key in the success of your brand. So I'm just gonna quickly go through how I would customize this to the Skinsmith. So we've already done several iterations of different branding assets, and we want to ensure that it is fully on brand. So this catalog has a few cover pages, 3, so you can choose the one that you wish. I'm gonna choose this one, so I'll just drag it to the first page. So So let's go there, and I want to include um, and this is where you have to think a little bit about your reader. Okay, so if you're showcasing products to a store that may want to buy your products or consign your products, you may not have to show too many lifestyle type imagery. If you're selling more to your end consumer, so direct to consumer, maybe lifestyle type images would be far more impactful. So I'm going to assume that I'm providing this catalog at um, uh, at events that I may go to sell, and my ideal customer, which are uh, men who are always on their feet. I want to showcase kind of more lifestyle type imagery, particularly on the cover, to ensure that I connect very quickly with them. So I've kind of just gotten some images. You can either take photos, relevant photos, or you can get, there are stock images that you can get as well. So I'm just gonna use this just for the purposes of the tutorial. So it's more lifestyle. So clearly, somebody on their hands and feet, somebody who would wear shoes like this, is kind of our ideal customer avatar, right? So I believe this could connect. You could look at kind of more staged images. So you may have someone who is in your ideal avatar with your product. So it also connects more. In other words, you don't want to appear as if you're selling work boots, but instead you're selling amazing products to someone who always in work boots, working hard on their feet, etc. So that is probably what I would go with, but it really doesn't matter. You can assess based on your customer avatar and based on your audience. I want to definitely ensure that all my fonts are aligned, all my colors are aligned. So for example, my heading, for this, I may take this out and just put my logo, just to uh, and I'm going to use a longer logo since we have more real estate horizontally instead of vertically. So I just put that there, and I think that's fairly good. And then I'd update all the logos accordingly. As we go through, we may adjust them bit by bit. I will also, add that little strip that we've added to the products. I'll probably also add it here. So I'm gonna do a rectangle. So I click R if you're not very familiar with Canva, and I'm just gonna put that strip there, and I'll use one of our standard colors, and I'll just put in natural products for hard working hands and feet. And then I'll just and remember, we always put light text on a dark background and vice versa, just so that it's easier to read. Okay, so there we go, very straightforward. We could have, for example, changed that to the same color there, and then replace this with white, just so again it's on brand, right? So clearly this is speaking directly to our brand. Very easy to customize, just a high quality image, very very important. So either you get really good images taken, photographs done, or you can get stock images. You can also get a graphic designer to do mock-ups for you if you wish, or you can do them yourself. Okay, so that's just an example of how I would customize that. I always like to include an about us section, just so that we humanize the brand a little bit. So it can be about about the owner, about the brand, and I like to drop, it can be lifestyle images, it can be lifestyle images, it can be product images. It's really for you to decide. Just ensure again that all your colors align. Now this is totally um, up to you to determine how, this is a very simple way of adjusting, just changing out the colors, but you can be far more creative in this if you wish. Again, let's um, you know as we mentioned, we had a kind of approach where everything was right justified, so we can stick to that throughout the design. And then let's do, damn, I would change them right throughout just for ease. And everything is lowercase, the way it is in our label. Okay, so I would, and it's, as I said, fully customizable, so you can go in and you can change all of your information. You can drop your logo. Oops. So already you're seeing, just with a few changes, this is, you know, clearly now speaking to our particular brand, right? Fully customizable. You could move this bar to the top. You could remove it altogether. Totally up to you. Now let's look similarly with the line sheets. Here are the examples. It's a very similar approach. I will. I also, as I mentioned, I do sometimes like to talk about, about the team. If you have a small team, that can be very important in building trust. So by, indicating, oh, you have a team, you have a formulation specialist, you have a sales and customer representative, etc., that will also help to build trust. And I think it's, if you do have a team, I would always recommend putting some information there, a little bit about their credibility, just to help ensure that, they you are building trust, that people are not, as a new brand, there is always, there's always an element of apprehension. So as much trust building that you can put in your catalog, especially when you're just starting, it's gonna be so important. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make some edits. I'll pause right now and then I'll come back and show you what those adjustments look like, just to give you a better sense of how you can come up with a catalog that is truly your own. So I'll be right back. Right, so here we go. So fairly straightforward. I've just adjusted a few pages, and you can already see, how this has become my own. So just ensuring that, all the colors are on spot, all the fonts are on spot, including relevant imagery of your products, of your team, or relevant lifestyle related products that will also help. Anything that's relevant to your brand. So if you're just new, you're just launching, you can say new products, for example, or new collection, or you can say products for hands, products for feet, so you can even separate, the different pages. So you may have one page that's focusing totally on those for hands, one page that's focusing totally on products for feet, one page that's focusing to fully on products that can be used on either hands and feet. just to kind of make the review experience a lot more organized, and the customer's journey through your information a lot easier. Contact us information is going to also be very important in your line sheet. Sometimes it's difficult because it's not, you don't have a lot of real estate, you can't put a whole lot of information on the line sheet. Your catalog allows you to do that, and then very easily you can save this as a PDF. So let me just show you. As a PDF, you can easily share that information with anybody. You know, you quickly share it through messages, quickly share it through email. If you're out at an event, you can have printed copies that you may provide persons with, or you may have a QR code that you may share. Persons can scan and go directly to your PDF in the drive, right? So look how amazing that is. Very clear, very strong, very brand aligned. To your line sheet, it is aligned to your labels, and it looks very, very professional. And it's not difficult to put this all together because you already have a template. You're just changing colors, changing text, changing fonts, changing the key elements, and putting your information in. Quick, easy, ready to share, and it quickly builds a level of trust. If you can put something like this together, then they're gonna make an assumption about the quality of your products. The quality of your marketing will be aligned directly to the quality of your products, and at the end of the day, that's exactly what we want. We want persons to feel confident that our brand will deliver high quality and safe, and a safe experience when persons are using your products. So I hope this was helpful. Please go ahead and share the progress that you're making with your catalog and other elements through this series.